What's up, everybody? It's your girl Bonnie Scotch. I just wanted to bring y'all a quick little Friday live. Um, Discuss some things Bravo related. Listen, I know that I don't cover Beverly Hills, but there's a lot going on in Beverly Hills, and I felt like I needed to put my 2 cents in. Hey, Barb, what's up? Thank you so much for joining. A few people have asked me to cover Beverly Hills, and I have been saying for a while that I really just didn't feel comfortable covering it because I'd only watched, the last season and this current one. I'm done with Bravo, girl. Why are you done with Bravo? So I just wanted to pop in here really quick, talk about Married to Medicine a little bit, a couple of updates over that way. I wanted to talk about Beverly Hills because I'm just like, girl. Between Bose and Sutton and her mammy and Garcelle, I'm just, and Dorit and that mess with PK. It's just a lot going on, child. I just need to get it off my chest. Hey, boo, hey, I never catch your live. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry that you don't catch my lives. I feel like a lot of people have told me that they're not getting the notifications from my lives for some reason. So thank you so much for joining. I'm glad that you were able to make it this time. Let me roll up real quick. Yes, roll up, get your cocktail. I'm having a little bit of, this is the Synergy kombucha. This is golden pineapple. It's really good. But yeah, I'm on my health kick. I'm working out, doing my thing. Hey, Jameer, thank you so much for joining, babe. Oh, you're done with Bose. Why did I think that you said Bravo? Anyway, same. But you know what? Let's start small and then we'll work our way up to Bose because I have so many thoughts. Y'all. Hey, Rebel Sunflower, thank you so much for joining. Keem, thank you, babe. Y'all, what's the tea? What's happening? What happened? I like her a lot. Bonnie, do you know a Cornelius? I do know a Cornelius, actually. I do. The only Cornelius I know is a hairstylist, and he's in a real estate. So if that's the one that you're talking about, then yes, I know him. So Lulu, I liked her a lot too. And then in these last few episodes, like when she introduced Keely to us, I already had like my antennas were like this. They raised. I was like, you get that the hairs start to raise on the back of the neck. And I was like, okay, I'm watching. But y'all, we starting off with sweet tea. Let's start easy first. He was my cosmology teacher. No way. Shut up. I would love for him to give me a blowout. I would love for Cornelius to give me a blowout. He's super cool. He's really nice. I actually met him through a mutual friend like last summer. He's super nice. Small world. I don't trust him either. All right, let's start off with sweet tea, shall we? Go ahead and hit the like button for me, y'all, before we get started to let YouTube know that I'm here and that they can start, pushing my little live out. Okay. It's been a slow week on Bravo because, Super Bowl, we had to take that little break. I don't know why they can't still put our stuff on, but I feel like they don't want like houses and families divided over like housewives and Super Bowl. It's probably a lot going on, a lot of energy. Imagine like starting night one of Potomac reunion and then the Super Bowl. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, so we're gonna sift through a little bit of the mess. I did see Sweet Tea, some clips cut up of her looking very forlorn, and there was a lady who was interviewing her. I don't know who it was, but she was pretty much saying, they brought you here to make $1 off your back. Yeah, girl. Hey, Raina, thank you so much for joining, babes. Yeah. That was the intention from the giddy up. Then she was saying, oh, Toya was egging it on. Babes, did you not watch the show? Toya is very messy. What are we saying here? And here's my thing too. I feel like you knew all of this last year. And then you chose to come back for season 2. I feel like you should have got your reads together. I feel like you should have had your Rolodex of hate. I have one of those in my phone. I just have like a Rolodex of hate. It's just an insult that I can just pull out at any one time and just give a bitch a nasty read anytime I need to. Where's your Rolodex of hate? I feel like coming onto a show like this, you would need one. I'm not like in a place in my life where I need it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's natural for me at this time, but when I needed it, I used it. So I'm just very confused about Sweet Tea and the way she got on camera. It was like she wanted to garner sympathy. Her hair was disheveled. She had on a t-shirt. She looked like, as a person who has dealt with depression for a long time, I know what, like, you know, when you kind of had bed rot because you've been sleeping for days or whatever the case is, and you just like rolled your ass out of bed. Like, that's what it gave. Baby, you're a public figure now. This is a part of what you signed up for. So, you knew from last year that when Heavenly brought you on, you were brought on with the intent of antagonizing Quad. It didn't work because Quad didn't give a damn, right? So you came back for round 2, and now you're crying because you were unprepared. I don't know. I feel like Sweet Tea, you knew what it gave. So it's like, and I really try, like I'm trying not to be hard on her. She's not my favorite. I don't really care for her. Y'all, can I tell y'all something? I was thinking about this since the last episode. I'm just like, wouldn't it be the only gag if Quad got pregnant by this man King before Sweet Tea does? And Sweet Tea ran into that man's DMs like, I will give you a baby. That was the whole promise. That was the allure. So I'm just like, then a couple of weeks ago, it was like, oh, Quad is jealous. Girl, jealous of what, baby? Jealous of what? I want you to stop saying that. Don't say it because it sounds crazy. Like, what is there to be jealous of? Her man looks better than yours. I don't want to talk about anybody's looks or anything like that. I don't want to go down that road. But so it's not that. I can talk about Greg's and King's looks. I don't mind comparing the men with the women. It's like, I don't want to go down that road, but I don't want to hear, oh, Gregory's a doctor. So what? King got money too. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Let me read some of y'all's comments. See what all y'all are saying. Riri Cook, thank you so much for joining the chat. Thank you, everybody, for being here with me. Go ahead and hit the like button if you don't mind. It's the way she's coming for Sutton in the after show. Okay, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that because I haven't seen the after show, but please let me know what was said, because Sutton said something to her in the very beginning of the season that had me side-eyeing Sutton, because I really liked her last year. She was one of my favorites. And then after that comment, she said to her, like, you're so articulate. What else would she be? All right. I'm sorry. I think Greg wanted to recoup the money he thinks he should have gotten from Quad, so he talks Sweet Tea. As far as theories go, I don't think that that's super far-fetched. Jameer, are you referring to Quad getting pregnant before Sweet Tea? Because, baby, it would be mayhem. Funky Doniva said Quad is trying. Oh, shoot. So, yeah, they're friends. So I'm sure he knows what he's talking about. Sweet Tea should get on Greg because he didn't protect her or warn her about reality TV. Why bring her on the show with your ex-wife, then claim you don't want negativity? He wanted to make Quad jealous. Exactly, Keem. I agree with that 100%. It was all fine and well when he wanted to bring his new wife on the show as well as get married to her on the show. Nobody thought like, hey, this could be a lot for Quad. But something that I noticed was that doctors don't make as much as people think. I know I decided to go into nursing versus medical school because my client told me not to. There's that. But here's the thing, y'all. It was okay for Greg to bring his wife on there and get married and everything else. And he was willing to like bring her there to the Met Gala. And he was, you know, kind of standing there looking crazy, looking stupid. And now she brings her man and he doesn't even speak. He doesn't even say hello. So what's the issue? Erica De Niro TV said this, but she was like, what is all the negativity? You are the negativity that you want to get away from, Greg. Because that's what I was trying to figure out in my last review. What is he talking about all this negativity? Y'all saw each other at the Met Gala last year and then the one this year. What interactions have they had? When has it been so negative? That's what I'm trying to find out, y'all. Carmen Georges, thank you so much for joining, babe. I really appreciate you. I'm so glad you could be here with us. Greg is out his ever-loving mind. He absolutely is. And here's how I feel too. You know, y'all know that I feel like Sweet Tea started this. Greg escalated it by cursing at her because, you know, she was the first one to say, oh, somebody's lying. You don't know what those people do in their bedroom, right? I just think it's interesting how people are being more harsh on Quad online right now than they are Dr. Gregory for the way that he spoke to his wife, right? Which just further denotes that everything that Quad said about this man is true and he hasn't changed. Because I looked at Heavenly's, you know, her after show, her recap, and she said that the man spoke to her so much worse than what we actually saw. He was cussing at her, telling her to shut the F up and all kinds of carrying on. Now, I'm very sensitive. A man can't raise his voice towards me, around, like I don't, all that energy, all that rah-rah, no babes, we're not doing that, especially not my direction. Hello? That's crazy. So I saw more people activated about Quad than they were about Dr. Greg. They didn't even say anything about Dr. Greg, barely. I felt like he was dead ass wrong for talking to her like that. And a lot of people felt bad for her. I feel like, here's the thing. You watched the show. You knew what you were signing up for. He was good enough for you to marry. He was good enough for you to decide that you wanted to give your womb up for him. You're actively trying to have a baby. The other thing that's kind of goofy minded to me is like, you actively trying to have a baby in a very stressful environment. Okay. Sure. I don't feel like any man should be talking to a woman like that, but girl, Quad told us that he was dragging her down the steps by her hair. Anyway, the overconsideration of Greg and his feelings is weird to me. Same. Why do I care about Greg's feelings? He's got his new wife. That should be enough. So why are you sitting over there steaming and shaking your leg that your ex-wife is saying that she has, you know, sex 15 times a week and she wants to bust it open and have a baby? It should be none of your concern because you're trying to have your own. But listen, I get it. I get it. He really did love Quad and, you know, whatever. But listen. It shouldn't be an issue for her to bring her man up here because y'all had this whole domestic dispute. Both of y'all went to jail, right? You was pulling her by the hair. She was pulling knives and whatever else. But you still chose to come to her show. Mind you, him and Damon and Curtis and all them niggas, they had maintained their friendship allegedly, but they never filmed together. So you didn't even film separately with the men, just on some friendship tip. You came back with your ex-wife, and that was when you decided to film once again. Shout out to Rodney the Voice for pointing that out. What gives? Greg Depp showed his behind. I was really embarrassed for Sweet Tea. She started the mess thinking her man was gonna rob. Because why can't she respond? Quad said something to her as well. So now they're responding. And Sweet Tea never got loud. She never raised her voice. She was very calm. What's the issue? Ridiculous. He's ridiculous. The way he embarrassed her, belittled her, berated her, disrespected her. This is your marriage. Anybody remember last season when she didn't lock the door, or she didn't set up the security code, and he decided to tell her that it was men in the house with pow-pows to scare her? That lady could have had a heart attack. She could have had a stroke. He said that to scare her. He lied for no reason, just to have the upper hand, just to have some sort of control. That's kind of like what a parent would do. It's your marriage, girl. This is what you wanted. This is what you signed up for. And then you go to this this bar with Heavenly, and Heavenly is like, that's not okay for him to do to you, you know, telling you is N-words in the house with guns or whatever like that. That's not okay. And then you're like, oh, we'll work it out when we get married. Okay. How's that working for you? We gotta be, we gotta tap in up here, ladies. What's up here? What's up here? If I shake you, is it gonna be two rice grains rattling around in that head? I want to shake these girls. Ugh. T thought she would be treated differently, but homegirl is finding out. They always think that they'll be different. Why does everybody think that they will be the exception? Gotta put on the thinking cap, BB. Yeah. It's sad, but I hope she knows she's getting the same treatment Quad got, if not worse. Absolutely. Carmen, I said that. Did y'all peep how King never stopped staring at Greg? I pointed that out in my recap. That King didn't never take his eyes off that man. Once he said that cuss word, he turned his whole body around. And he kept his eyes fixated on him. I said, I know that's right. I felt like he did exactly what he needed to do. He didn't get loud. He didn't say nothing. He didn't get out the pocket. He just put things on. Like, I feel like depending on the type of man that you're dealing with, sometimes they don't have to say anything. They just make their presence known, and then everybody knows what the story is. Everybody knows what the situation is. King is one of those types. How old is King? Is he in his late 30s? A subtle power. A tough love. Shout out to Beyonce and Frank Ocean, okay? Carmen said, girl, I was scared and turned on at the same time. Listen, I said, work it. Work it, King. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Exactly. He wanted Greg to try and jump Greg knew better, so he started screaming at Sweet Tea. Exactly. All of that was very misguided, very misdirected anger. Oh, he's 42? Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought he was in his late 30s. I thought Quad was like, how old is Quad? I thought Quad was, oh, is she in her? I don't know how old that lady is. I thought she was like in her early 40s and he was like in his late 30s. But he gives me that he could be early 40s tease. The calm demeanor should tell you all you need to know. Greg better watch out. Exactly. Exactly. KC, you get it. He's 40. Okay. Okay, cute. He's 40. Phaedra apparently will not be at the reunion. Okay, there's a missing spot where she was supposed to be on the seating chart. I'm guessing she was having last chair because of course she's having last chair. Phaedra was talking some hot shit at the top of the season, talking about how, she saved the show or whatever it was. And it's like, girl, hush. Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth, girl. Just hush your mouth. Quad is 44. Quad is 44, and y'all are saying that King is 40. Okay, cute. This is what I'm saying, Casey. Phaedra should have never been brought to the show in the first place. We didn't need Phaedra at all. I'm cool with getting to know Dr. Mimi and her husband, the NFL player, a little bit more. I really would have loved to see Audra and her husband come back. They seem really cool. They seem cool. I like the energy between her and the husband. He didn't seem like he was misogynistic and had a whole lot of that type of shit going on. Y'all know I can't deal with too much of that. I don't do well with misogynistic men. I feel like those of y'all who watch my channel, y'all know that about me by now. Phaedra shouldn't have been on Married to Medicine to begin with. I don't care that she won't be at the reunion. She brought nothing, not even a look. Exactly. She had on a couple of cute wigs. But outside of that, nothing memorable. She ain't got nothing going on. What is Phaedra doing this? I mean, she brought that man, that scammer, allegedly, she brought that man around. Then we're going to see a little face off with Apollo and the dude. It's like, girl. The stunts and shows nobody wants. The stunts and shows that nobody wants. So, Neela, you said that I love Audra. She did not play with Heavenly. Why am I misremembering things? Why am I remembering her going after Toya? Because I feel like Toya was like, oh, girl, you wore jeans to our dinner party. And Audra was like, what did you want me to wear? And then she started going after Toya. Now, I don't remember her going after Heavenly. I could be wrong, though. Maybe my brain is just, sometimes you repress things or you just forget. But yeah, Audra just seemed like a no-nonsense type, and I really did like that about her. But she also seemed just like really cool and even. You know what I mean? All right, y'all want to jump down into Beverly Hills real quick? Let's talk a little Beverly Hills, honey. She was a good fit. I agree, Keem. Y'all, let's talk a little Beverly Hills real quick because, baby, Sutton and her mammy, Garcelle, and then Bose. We'll start with Sutton and her mammy first, and Garcelle. Y'all, I'm going to say a few things that I'm sure a lot of y'all are not going to like. So I just want to start that off by saying, if you're a Garcelle fan, if you're a Sutton fan, I'm sorry. I just want to apologize ahead of time. Girl. Sutton, you know exactly who your mammy is. You know what Reba gives. The fact that you even invited Garcelle to your mammy's house in the first place lets me know that you're not all that great of a friend. It lets me know what type of time you're on, Sutton. You don't give a damn about Garcelle. You don't. You know your mammy. Okay? Now, Garcelle gets in the house or whatever, or they're introducing each other outside. And I remember something about, because it's 2 episodes, I might be mixing 2 of them up. But anyway, I'll just call out what I remember. Anyway, I remember Garcelle saying to her, you know, you have such great grandkids. They're so smart, whatever. Reba goes, oh yeah, well, one of them is weird. Garcelle, I guess trying to be relatable, says, oh yeah, I have a weird kid too. Reba says, oh yeah, I've seen it. Or I've seen him. Excuse me? I can call my kid weird, but you can't. Miss Thing, who the fuck are you talking to? That's the first thing. That's number 1. Sutton, the fact that you didn't get your mother after that tells me what type of time you're on. Okay? Now, here's the next thing. Or maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead because, you know, she gave her a barely hug. It was one of these. One of those. Like, I don't want to touch you. Okay? Then she goes in for, I don't think she's a hugger. I don't think she's a physical person. But she goes in with this for Kyle as well. Oh, you're so pretty. She was so sweet to Kyle the entire time. Now notice, Kyle was the only motherfucker in that house that Reba was actually civil to. What's the assistant's name? Avi. She's a piece of shit to Avi. She was a piece of shit to Garcelle. Garcelle, I'm not, we gonna get to you. Garcelle brought this lady a gift that she picked out from Saks. Very nice blue scarf, a very pretty color. I think it was like, maybe like some type of bandana. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. It was a scarf. It was nice. It was a gesture. It was thoughtful. Here, the lady. Well, what is it? Is there a snake in here? What is it? Is there a lizard in here? Is it something that can bite me? That's your response to somebody bringing you a gift? No, that's your response to a Black woman bringing you a gift. She couldn't even hide it. Oh, the racism. It was just like, she was bursting at the seams. She wanted to call her a hard ER so bad. She wanted to call that woman a hard ER so bad, y'all. Woo-wee! Listen. Oh, and they were walking up to the house, and no, I'm skipping ahead. I'm skipping because I watched both of these episodes like around the same time. I'm skipping ahead. My bad. Anyway, now Garcelle, here's where I'm gonna have to jump off in your ass. Here's the moment for you, because after that lady said what it was that she said to you about your son being weird and treating your gift the way she did, and you know, she only said Kyle was pretty. That would have been enough for me to back away. That would have been enough for me to be like, you know what? Let me go find me a hotel. I wouldn't even sleep in the house with that woman. Dead ass, yo. Because God alone knows what types of spirits or haints that she got in her house that don't like niggas. 41 of y'all are in the chat with me. Go ahead and hit the like button for me, y'all. Appreciate y'all for being with me on this young Friday afternoon, honey. Y'all, I want to get some steak so bad. Like, I really want to go to a steakhouse tonight. Like, I want to go out and, like, in this dress. I worked out twice this week. My butt looks plump. Like, I want to go outside, but I'm like, it's going to be too much going on. It's going to be mad couples outside. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a table. I mean, I don't mind sitting at a bar or whatever, but I really want a steak so bad. Anyway, y'all, like I was saying, that should have been enough for Garcelle right there to just dead it and be like, you know what, Sutton, let me get up out of here. And not only that, here's the thing. I feel like if you know you got an out of order mother, I think you need to talk to your mother first. And also not be afraid to be like, that's rude or that's out of order or whatever the case is, right? You got to be willing to check your mom. Reba's what, 80 something? Sutton, you're 60 years old. The thing also that kills me about Sutton, I get it. I get we all want approval from our mothers and things like that. But can I just tell y'all something that I had to learn, unfortunately, the hard way? When you're dealing with family, a lot of the times, you are going to want that validation. And after a certain time, once you know that they're not going to give it to you, you just know it. And you got to find it elsewhere. Like, I'm not going to keep bumping my head against the wall trying to get approval from the same motherfucker. But also her mother was very out of order, just talking about like, oh, you know, I believe that saying I love you is trite. And, you know, of course I don't have to say I'm proud of you. What? Context is very important. She said that she came up post World War II at a time where motherfuckers was leaving their kids in the crib to cry and walking away. I remember learning about that in school, actually. When I was taking like psych, like it might have been like Psych 101 or what, because I was at the time I was like I was an early childhood education major, so I was like taking all those like little, you know, childhood development classes or whatever. I wanted to be a dance teacher. So anyway, so I learned that that was like something that people in that generation had learned. It was like one of their tactics for coping or whatever, not having resources or whatever. But then we also learned in school, like it was just, it led to a generation just feeling this deep sense of lack and neglect. You know what I'm saying? So if you got grandparents, if you got anybody around that age, there is a sort of emotional detachment that they do have. So getting that context from her, I was like, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? But also your kids need to hear that you love them. They need to be hugged. They need to be loved on. They need to be kissed. They need to be told, I'm proud of you. They need to be told, you know, I think you're a great person. I think you're smart. I think you're beautiful. All of those things. You need to affirm your child in the house. You need to affirm your child, period. Because where are they going to get it? Like, the household starts everything. The household is everything. So Sutton is very overbearing, extremely so. And we see exactly where she gets it from. She gets it from that mammy. I went off on a little bit of a tangent, but I'm coming back to Garcelle. I just feel like Sutton, as a friend, you didn't step up. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. I feel like this in general about relationships, though. There's my train of thought. I feel like this in general about relationships. Say, for instance, right? If you are dating a person and they have a very overbearing mother, I expect you to get your mother together. I don't expect at any time for your mom to say anything out the way or out of order. And in the event that she does, or anybody in your family, you better check that shit immediately or I'm out. I'm not suffering any abuse at the hands of anybody's stankin' ass family member. racist, misogynist, whatever it is you want to call yourself. It's not worth it for me. If you will allow your mammy to talk to me crazy, if you let anybody talk to me crazy, that should be the one person that you could be like, hey, that's inappropriate, or whatever the case is. Get your mother. Relationships, romantic relationships, friendships, whatever. Like your family should not be allowed to say and do out of order things. Similar to Real Housewives of New York, it pissed me off that Cy was talking about, oh yeah, we're doing it on purpose. So, and what if they did? That's their life. So now they have to change who they are because her mammy is homophobic. Fuck her. Those are grown ass women. So now they have to code switch and they have to do all of these things and walk on eggshells because somebody's stinking ass mammy is homophobic. Fuck her. Baby, when I come out of here, I feel like I'm gonna lose like 5 subscribers. Oh my God. Listen. Garcelle, girl, can I say this? Can I say this? I'm about to shake the table a little bit. Oh, girl. That white lady was letting your ass have it. That white lady was letting your ass have it. And you still got it in your mangled up mind that you were going to have a conversation with her about her relationship and her dynamic with her daughter. Garcelle. What's going on up here, babes? Are you good? Are you good? Because I don't know if you were looking for a moment or whatever, or if it's truly that you just like to run up behind these types of people. Y'all know what I want to call her, but I'm not going to do that to y'all's girl because I know y'all like her. What is it? Because you had a white husband, you feel like, because you got biracial children, you feel like it was just weird. Why do you feel like you're going to come and talk to this lady? Now, I'll say this, right? I could honestly see, and I would still feel like it was overstepping a little bit, but I could see if maybe this is a strong dose of maybe here. I could see if Garcelle grew up with Sutton and used to be up in their house every weekend for sleepovers. If they grew up together, they went to school. I know your mama, she knows me. Our families know each other. She knows my kids. Then maybe I could entertain something like that happening. You don't know that lady from a roast beef sandwich. Y'all, when I tell y'all Garcelle had my nerves so damn bad these last couple of episodes, I said, I'm going to say another thing. And this could be a miscalculation on my behalf. I'm just telling y'all just based off of what I observed these last couple of seasons. Does Garcelle have black friends? Does Garcelle have black friends? Because, and I was talking to my best friend about this. We discuss this all the time. Black people who are the token in the group, black people who hang out with a group of nothing but white people, that's where I get a little, all right, I don't know about this person. I don't know. I need y'all to tell me. Oh, okay. Will Smith's act. Okay. Let me go through y'all's comments real quick. Shout out to the 47 of y'all in the room with me. Thank you so much for being here with me. Go ahead and hit the like button if y'all don't mind. Let me see what all is going on. Carmen said go tomorrow. I think you're right, Carmen. Ooh, Keem said I would have booked a hotel too. Yeah. Hey, Kahara, what's up, baby? Thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Matt Tosh, thank you for joining, babe. Raina, I'm not staying where I'm not welcome. Hello, Paprika, welcome, baby. Just got here. Make sure to hit the like button. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you so much, Saul. I appreciate you, baby. You deserve a night out, cocktails, and a steak. Yes, honey. Your children should always get recognition and love every time. This is why people grow up and have low self-esteem and have abandonment issues. Exactly. Bonnie girl, check your pressure. Actually, I went to the doctor the other day and my pressure was great. So I was really happy about that. That whole episode made me so uncomfortable watching Garcelle laugh through the disrespect. Why do you want to put yourself in the line of fire? It's just like, girl, what's the reason? Like, do you just need to be liked so bad? Like, I don't want to call her that. But I'm thinking it, and y'all know what I'm thinking of. But I'm not going to say it. Let me shut up, girl. Yes, mangled, honey. It's true. I've been waiting for somebody else to say it. Garcelle be getting too familiar. Hello? I feel like we're all on the same page. Peanutter said, yeah, I do side eye Garcelle sometimes because I feel like she doesn't maintain healthy boundaries for people. Hello? Do we really think Sutton can't handle her mom? She's not, though. She needed to handle her. She needed to say, Mom, that's out of order. And at some point a little later, her and Reba and Garcelle start to have this conversation. Garcelle is like, I'm very fond of your daughter. And, I guess she just feels like blah, blah, blah. And Reba said, I don't think that's any of your business. And it wasn't. It's not. It's not your place. You're out of order as fuck for saying anything to that lady, period. And even if Reba was super nice and super welcoming to her, that's your first time meeting with her. You don't start unpacking serious family dynamics with a stranger right before brunch. Are you out your mind? Y'all, I tried with Garcelle. Y'all, but I can't. Reba didn't hesitate to shut her down. She lucky the cameras were there. Reba was aware not to light her up too much on camera. Exactly. Like Legacy, because I'm telling you, whenever they were outside and Reba was asking her if she wanted some ice, and then Garcelle said something like, well, I don't like a whole lot of ice. We're tropical, which that didn't even make sense to me. What? Tropical people don't like ice? What are you talking about? I feel like she just says anything to like seem, I don't know. It's just weird. My family's from the Caribbean. Okay. My family's from Barbados. Mostly. My great-grandmother, my maternal great-grandmother actually is, she was from Trinidad. God rest her soul. So my mom's grandmother from Trinidad, but all the rest of my family is pretty much from Barbados. I have never heard any Caribbean person say, oh, we don't really like ice, because I'm not going to stay on that. I'm not going to like try to make sense of her senseless babble, because that's what it was giving. But anyway, the lady was like, oh, I know you're not English, whatever that means. It was giving xenophobia. But whenever Garcelle was like, oh, I love to be on the porch, I just know that Reva wanted to call her a porch monkey. I know she did. But those cameras were there and she couldn't do too much. Y'all, give me 1 second. My puppy wants to come inside. How do I, oh, 1 second, y'all. Puppy. Bubba. Need a kiss? Need a kiss? Thank you, baby. I'll give you a treat later. Come on, let's go downstairs. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, baby. Good boy. All right. I'm back, y'all. Devon, what's up, baby? I see you in the chat. I feel like I've seen Garcelle hanging with Halle Berry if you count her as black. I definitely do count Halle Berry as black. She's one of the biracials that I claim. I feel like black people in general claim Halle Berry. She claims us. She be with the niggas. So, you know, I'm good with Halle Berry. She's one of us. Yeah. Paz Maz. And we've talked about this before, right? But as far as biracial people go, if you identify as black, I will claim you, except Bryn Whitfield. If you identify as black, though, I will claim you. Like Mariah Carey, love her down. Like, look at who she has around her. Like, she employs black people. She's always around black people. She has black children. She's always been with us. She's always worked with black artists. Like, it was never any question about Mariah in terms of what she gave. Like, she was very much a part of her own culture. Okay. So, if you are biracial and you identify as black, yes, I feel like me and most black people will claim you, except Bryn Whitfield. Okay. First time to catch your live. Greetings from Johannesburg. Hey, Pazmaz, welcome. Shout out to Johannesburg. Devon, we were talking about Sweet Tea from Married to Medicine playing the victim like she didn't sign a second contract to come to Married to Medicine. We talked about Phaedra not being at the reunion. Nobody cares. We're talking about Garcelle and Sutton and her out of order ass mammy and Garcelle running behind this lady, even though she was very much giving racist teas on site. On site. And then I'm about to get to Bose in a second. Well, I'll do Dorit and PK, and then I'll jump to Bose. Sometimes I wonder if it's a combination of possibly old school respectability politics from growing up. I think it could be that. But I just feel like I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Carmen Georges says y'all better hit them likes. I know that's right. Did y'all chat about Phaedra skipping the reunion? We did. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And I think it's just annoying for me, like always living from that space of like considering the white gaze. Speaking of the white gaze, can I tell y'all something that happened to me a few weeks ago on Blue Sky? So I was tweeting about somebody who was watching my account, somebody that I had blocked. Okay. Me and this person very briefly dated or whatever. And then, you know, I wasn't feeling them anymore. And then I blocked them. And then I discovered that they were kind of watching my account from another account that wasn't blocked, but I knew it was them because of like the username, the handle or whatever. So I was just like ranting on Blue Sky. Hold on again. I was just ranting on Blue Sky saying, I hate when niggas take it upon themselves to surveil you when you've already blocked them or whatever. Do y'all know that a white woman came into my mentions after she followed me? She followed me. I didn't follow her back. She, discovered my channel or my page through the hashtag. Who knew people would find me through the hashtag for like the shows that I cover? So anyway, she corrected me. She was like, ninjas, fixed it. I said, I know what the fuck I typed. It didn't need fixing. And she was like, oh, I just think it's awful that you all call yourselves what racists call yourselves. I said, girl, fuck you in this paragraph. Blocked. Now, Toni Morrison always talks about what a distraction racism is because white people always want you to explain yourself. I'm not going to go through the motions of explaining to a white person why me referring to other black people as niggas is none of her business. I'm not going to get into that, but I'm just saying, like, the audacity when, girl, I'm never talking to y'all. No shade. And I love the white subscribers of mine who are cool and show me love. I think that they are so sickening and very, very sweet. But some of y'all's cousins, baby, I don't have no problem cussing nobody out at any time. And I'm not going to explain myself to anybody. I'm a grown-ass fucking woman. I pay my bills, including the internet bill. And see, I was about to get into it, but I'm not even going to do that. But I said all that to say this. I don't present commentary or content or anything to you all through the lens of I'm worried about what white people got to say. It's not about them. I don't be thinking about them. And so this lady even saying that to me was wild because I'm like, bitch, ain't nobody thinking about you. Mind your white business. You in black people's business. You gonna police me? In 2025, that's crazy. But anyway, y'all, I said all that to say the voice that I speak from, and when I come down here and I'm talking to niggas, like, no shade, no shade. Like, I appreciate, once again, I appreciate my white subscribers. I think they're very cool, very sweet, lovely people, respectful. I feel like they know what's going on. So we don't have to have those conversations with them. And they're respectful in the space. And they know what it is. But some of y'all's cousins. Hello? Anyway. So I was saying all that to say that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get generationally respectability politics and all of that. But it's like, after a while, it's like, girl, you're not a little girl in Haiti no more. You're in America. And you don't have to take abuse from somebody's mom just because they're your friend or whatever the case is. Like, that's crazy. Like, no shade, Sutton. Your mammy would have got cussed the fuck out that day. That would have been the show. That would have been the tea. That would have been the gag of the century. Oh, thank you, Peanutters. And she don't even make good TV moments for all that risk and foolish. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Okay. Garcelle does not give me looks. She does not give me a solid wig. What does it give? She's not particularly funny. She's not, making any type of observations that are like, okay, Bose, for example. I think that she did a good job of, like, when she first came into the group, she would make observations from the outside. And then I think at some point everybody would start to see, like, okay, you're leaning a lot into Dorit, and it seems like you don't know all the information or whatever. But I felt like Bose does a good job, of side commentary with a little bit of humor, shady, cheeky, whatever. Garcelle doesn't really give me that. Like, what? And the sad part about Garcelle is, like, Garcelle is really a legend in these streets. she's really an icon. Like, Garcelle was one of the 90s it girls. Garcelle was bad, y'all. Garcelle was bad. So I just feel like sometimes she doesn't know. She doesn't know that she's a legend. She doesn't conduct herself. She doesn't really carry herself like that. And I think that's a part of the reason that I get a little bit annoyed with Garcelle. But these last 2 episodes, I don't know what's going on, y'all. Garcelle has no black friends. You can tell how she dresses, wears her wigs, and how she styles her clothes. Also, the way she tried to tell Reba about her own daughter. I gagged. That was wild. Hey, Ryan. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Reba being a therapist is the reason why I always opt for a black woman. I had a couple of therapists that were white women. They were good. But that is something that I think about. It's something that I'm leery of too. I might need to turn on this light in a bit because I feel like it's getting dark. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me turn on my overhead light. Shout out to the 50 people in the chat. Hit the like button for me, y'all. All right. Drea Loving Life. What's up, babe? Thank you so much for joining. Bonnie, please. She def did, though. Oh, what did I say? I don't know what you were responding to. My 9 likes. Okay, y'all. Y'all. 9 likes. Okay, it's 33. All right. Okay, that's not bad. I was gonna say we ought to have at least 30. If 55 of y'all are in the room, but I really appreciate y'all for getting the lights up. Okay. Maybe she does like being on the porch. Listen, I like being outside. I like being on a porch. But I wasn't gonna say that in front of nobody's white pre-war mammy. That's crazy. Like, it's just certain things as a black person where I'm just like very I wonder what Reba's clients have to say about her. She definitely give me my 13th reason why, if I was already at the edge. Exactly. Can you imagine this lady as a therapist? You don't even have compassion. What, like, that's like one of the main markers of a therapist. Like, you have to be dealing with somebody who's compassionate. Like, she doesn't seem like that. She was very sweet to Kyle, very nice to Kyle. I hate to agree with Kyle, but she was right about Garcelle being out of line. She absolutely was. I said, now it's a sad day when Garcelle got me agreeing. I mean, when Kyle got me agreeing with her. Kyle, I'm with you when you're right. Y'all, Kyle is such a damn mess. Kyle is a mess. Over that Mauricio. And he just seems so unfazed. And meanwhile, she's giving Tamia, all I hear is raindrops falling from the rooftop. Like, she's giving officially missing you down, and he's not taking the bait. And I hate this. I hate to see it, because you wanted to, stomp through the streets with your lesbian lovers. They said we was kissing lesbians. And now where is she? Oh, I hate that for Kyle. I hate that. I know it just feels like really effed up, because like Mauricio is running the streets. And I feel like when hetero couples break up, I feel like it's a lot easier for men to date, because so many women are so desperate for a man, they make themselves available. And it's like, you know, whatever. He'll immediately start dating. Whereas for women, I feel like the pool is a lot smaller. So Reba has to edit herself just enough, but probably had a lot to say when production shut down. Baby, I want to hear the hot mic moments from. Actually, no, I don't want to hear the hot mic moments from Reba, because when Garcelle went to sit down with that lady, as she called herself, speaking with her, my nerves actually got bad. Like, I could feel the anxiety coming up for me. Also, the anxiety is a big part of the reason I have not been able to watch parts 2. And did they just drop part 3 of the Roni reunion? I can't do it. I cannot see that white lady, Bryn. I'm talking about Bryn. I cannot stand to watch that white lady sitting up there crying and making herself a victim. She lied and she was talking about, oh, you know, I just watched the show for the first time. Girl, you're a fucking liar. Like, she's psychotic. And I told y'all, like, I saw Chanel Ayan talking about, oh, I want to pay for her therapy. That bitch don't need no damn therapy. I feel like I heard Bryn say something about 17 years of therapy. Girl, ain't no therapy can fix that. You need a padded room and a straitjacket. Fluorescent lights. Shout out to the 55 people in the room. Let me see what y'all saying up in here. Baby, this is what kills me. You would never know Garcelle was a model in her past life based on the way she dresses. It's crazy. Face for day. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Like, she act like she don't know that she is the doll, the diva, the icon. Girl, Garcelle was bad. Child. Garcelle, and she be acting like she can't get a stylist. Anyway. Yes. What I do like about Bose, I did notice this about her. She doesn't seem to code switch around the women. She comes as she is. She comes as is. Yeah, we got to talk about Bose. Oh my God. Let's talk about PK and Dorit first. Trash, mess, garbage, mess. Dorit, I need you to get a grip. Get a grip, girl. Get a grip and get it together, because, girl, this man left. I didn't know the history, but this man left his previous family to start a family with you, made you quit your swimwear line, your swimwear business that you had, right? You traded that in, your fabulous life. You were, you know, career driven. You were doing your own thing. You traded that in to be a wife and a mom. Well, I guess you realize now that it was a shitty trade, right? Because here he is talking about, oh, well, now you're going to have to pay the mortgage while he's running the damn streets, being a deadbeat. Nigga don't see his kids for weeks, and you got to make excuses for him. And then Bose and Erica are trying to talk some sense into you, and you're like, oh no, I don't think he's going to be that way. Girl, I need these girls to wake up. And it's just like really, really so weird, because it's like we keep hearing the same story every time. 88 Roshan, thank you so much for joining, babe. I appreciate you. We keep hearing the same stories every time, y'all. When are the girls gonna wake up? You can't trade in your fabulous life for the promise of, you know, domestication. PK had a drinking problem. PK had a gambling problem. That's what you traded your life for. Then I guess somebody convinced her, hey, you shouldn't give up your dream for this man, right? So she went and started her swimwear business back up again. Do you know that she went out of town or something like that, and then the motherfucker changed the name of her business? You are willfully being stupid about this man at this point, and you're going to get whatever you get. You're going to get whatever you get. Bose and Erica are absolutely right about him trying to have a conversation with you to kind of smooth things over so he can strike when you don't see it. Now, between PK and Dorit, I don't know who makes more money. I'm assuming it's Dorit. It seemed like she's the only one who got a job. What does PK do for a living? I don't know. Somebody drop down in the comments and tell me. I don't know what that man does. All I know is that I learned he was a few $1 million in debt and he owed the damn casino money. Hello? Okay. Baby, this right here. Not on no house with a wraparound porch in Augusta, Georgia. Hello? Getting to it. Not me. I'll be at the hotel. Y'all have so much fun. Carmen, thank you so much for joining, baby. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Carmen. Listen, this is messy, but I'm not trying to place blame. I think Reba's nastiness contributed to Sutton's dad's depression. Yeah, I mean, she was a lousy mom. It wouldn't be far-fetched if she was a lousy wife. But, you know, maybe he had some other things going on. I won't put it all on Reba. It's possible, you know, maybe he had a rough life. Because I think that, you know, a lot of times, like, people will show depression symptoms, like, for a long time. And then, like, if it goes untreated, it just goes off the rails. Like, for me, I know, well, I know now because, you know, as I grew up, I learned, like, some of the symptoms. But, excuse me, growing up as a teenager, I would say, like, in high school, excuse me, I would sleep in a lot. I would sleep till like noon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the day. And nobody knew at the time that that was like early signs, early stages of depression. But now as an adult, now that I think about it, how, you know, I used to sleep in, I know now that that was, you know, like an early sign. So who knows with her dad. It's just a very sad situation, you know. But, you know, Reba's hell on wheels, honey. Bose seems a little calculated. Okay, I'm going to read this because I'm starting to feel the same way. Bose seems a little calculated. I wonder if she's intentionally dropping conversation moments about Keely for us to talk about. It's not logical to not. Okay, no. This, I don't think this part is calculated. So let's get into Bose. All PK does is manage Boy George. Okay, I do remember hearing something about Boy George. Okay, I guess is Boy George like? I guess he's still active and he's booking appearances and things like that. So, he might be still performing. So shout out to him. Sound like his doctors had him on a dangerous cocktail of psych meds. Yeah. I think that man of hers is a scammer. I hate that she's already in business with him after 4 to 5 months of dating. Exactly. So yeah, let's talk about that, y'all. And I'll tell you why I don't think that Bose is being calculated about what she has brought to us concerning Keely. She has said a couple of things that tripped off alarms in my mind. One of them being, she said, did she say when it comes to men, all, like, I stopped making sense? She said something along those lines. Like, when it comes to men or when it comes to love, I stopped making sense. Something like that. And I was like, girl, okay. Here's another example of a woman who's really smart, really educated, really a badass when it comes to, you know, business. But when it comes to these men, how? How are you this stupid? Like, in business with this man, after 4 to 5 months of dating, he's talking about he wants to have 3 kids with you. Does he know you're 48? Do you know you're 48? Why are y'all discussing having kids when y'all haven't even said I love you to each other? She said that she was on a trip with her daughter to Ghana and he flew out spontaneously. He doesn't give me that he has spontaneous Ghana money, so I'm almost pretty certain that she flew him out. But to me, it's like, that's a trip with your daughter. Why is some nigga here now? No shade, but you could wait till we come back and then we could plan our own trip. You don't need to be here while it's me and my daughter. That's weird. That's weird. He's weird. I don't like that hairline. I don't like the clothes that he wears. He's very suspect to me. She asked him direct questions and he's dodgy. I think she asked him about marriage and he was a little bit dodgy about that. So what? Girl, why are you trying to put your body through that type of stress at 48? I need the girls to think. If it was really about having another baby, you could just go and adopt. You don't need this motherfucker to have a baby. That's how I know it'd be about the man. It's not about the baby. It's about the man. You don't have to wait for a baby. It's so many babies out in the world. You could freeze your eggs and go find a donor. Like, why does it have to be this man that you've known for 8 months? Why does it seem like you are skipping so many steps? It's coming off so desperate. Now, this is the 3rd time that this has happened, and I won't be fooled again. This is the 3rd time. 3. Wait, was it? Yes, this is the 3rd time. I was looking forward to Kiarna being on Real Housewives of Potomac. I was looking forward to, what's her name? What's the other one? Jazzy being on Potomac. I was looking forward to Bose being on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And then they get on here and they show me how they are when it comes to men. It's like all common sense goes out the window. And I can't get behind that. I'm sorry. I can't get behind these girls. I was going up for Bose. I was really fucking with her. And I'm like, girl, I can't fuck with this. You're stupid. It's giving dumb, willfully, willingly. This man is giving big scammer. His energy is just so like, I'm watching her bypass like all of these things that he's saying that don't even make sense. That just seems so, he seems so disconnected. I saw an Instagram video with her where she was like, guys, I wanted to address some things that came up with me and Keely. She kind of skirted around it. She didn't really address it. And I said, wow, you think you're so clever, Bose. You didn't address why it's okay for you to have a child with this man that you don't even know if he loves you. How'd y'all get on that conversation? I can understand the conversation of, do you want kids? Do you want more kids or whatever? Oh, I want kids or whatever. But now y'all are entertaining the idea of having children with each other. The way she presented this man, I thought that they were in love. I thought that this was her man. The other thing that was weird in the video that she said was, you know, I had to have this surgery and he came and, you know, he was checking on me and he was taking care of me, excuse me, girl. That's what the fuck he's supposed to do. Bare minimum. Yeah, girl. He should be checking on you and making sure that you're good before and after a surgery. What? The bar is below the Earth's core. Oh my God. That Tiffany, please, please, please. Oh my God in heaven. Bose is too pretty and too rich for these George Washington wigs. Not a single wig has ever looked right. The first wig that I saw her in that I actually liked was the video on her Instagram addressing, you know, her foolishness with Keely that she didn't really address. It was just like a nice, you know, just a very nice regular wig. But yeah, some of the wigs I'd be like, I know personal style. Hi, Bubba. Are you going back outside, baby? Come here. Hi. Are you going back outside? You want to go out? It's oil. He was sniffing my hand. I had some oils on it. You want to go out? I'll take you out in a little bit when I get off of here. All right. Hold on one second, y'all. You going out? Okay. He probably wants some snacks. I'm gonna cut up some apples for him in a little bit. Y'all are so damn shady, honey. Keely is desperate and trying too hard to trap her. He is trying to trap her. He's about to hit a lick. He is about to hit a lick. His answers are like Chat GPT. Exactly. Exactly, Tatiana. Caressa Adams, thank you so much for joining. A damn shame these women are cheerleading for some Napoleon complex assholes. It's crazy. What kind of dog do you have? He is a Siberian Husky Chow Saint Bernard mix. This is a picture of him on my screen from when he was a baby. I don't know if y'all can see this, but this was him when he was like a little baby. Can y'all see that? Wait. Hold on, it's kind of. But yeah, he's huge now. He doesn't look like this anymore, but this is like one of my favorite pictures of him, his little baby face. But yeah, he's a Siberian Husky Saint Bernard Chow mix. He's huge, he's fluffy, he's like, can y'all see that? He's like a little over 100 pounds. Is Keely friends with TJ? Baby, they give me that same scamming, fucked up hairline, you know, dodging the questions, like that same type of tease. Y'all heard when he said he thanks God every day that he has her. She actually said it to him first. She was like, I'm sure you thank God for me every day, right? I feel like a man should just like be coming out to tell you that. I don't feel like you should be seeking that out because I just feel like that makes it awkward and weird. Can I whatever happened to like I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the imagery we get on TV about women in these relationships is just very strange. I don't like it. Whatever happened to the aspect of the worship of a woman? Why is it all of these women worshiping the man? I don't understand what's going on here, y'all. Too cute. He looks like a little bear. Yes. Yes, he does look like a little teddy bear, but he's so vicious. He's very protective. He's absolutely a guard dog, but he's very sweet. He's a big boy. Yes, that's my big baby. Dance hall queen blouses. Exactly, Ryan Reigns. Refined TJ. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, we can call it that. Not Keely. Not Keely is a paid TJ. This is hilarious, child. They Temu versions of each other. Y'all are hilarious. Y'all are hilarious. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to get down here and discuss that tea with y'all. Hey, Bonnie, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you, babe. I appreciate you. Happy Valentine's Day. They are gold digging hard. It's crazy. And the other thing to that, too, is like, we live in a time where it's not unheard of that Black women are out earning their partners significantly, right? Black women are the most educated in this country. Black women, I think, have the most businesses. Like they're also like in #1 place in terms of like business owners and entrepreneurs. So I feel like we're in a space where we're kind of getting acclimated to the idea where a lot of Black women will be out earning their partners. That being said, I expect that man to be running, falling over himself to make sure that everything that you need is taken care of. Worshiping the ground that you walk on. No question. Affectionate, sweet, supportive, everything that you need. You say jump, he says how high. That's what I expect it to be. I just feel like and it's not a trade-off, but I just feel like at the very least you can be somebody who is a sweetheart, somebody who's emotionally supportive if you don't have the coins. If you don't have the coins, what do you have? You better have a great fucking attitude and a great head on your shoulders. And you better be putting it down. At least Keely can take her on an actual date and not use her apartment like Stacy with that Kiss Juice and chip tooth pizza. Listen, I saw Keely take her to the beach and they went to a restaurant that I'm sure that, production paid for that. So I ain't see him really take her out on a date. Now, with Stacy and TJ, him being at the house just tells you the type of raggedy ass person that he is. I believe that she flew that man out to Ghana. I do. He doesn't give money. He doesn't look like money. He doesn't look like he's, anywhere close to her level. That's when I'm just like, girl, I don't know. I just came on here with a different impression of Bose, and I think I'm just good. I'm good. How do you feel about Black women dating outside of our race? That's a great question. Here's how I feel. I feel like Black women specifically do not, have the easiest time in terms of romance. I feel like we get inundated with all of this messaging, all of this programming about how we're so unwanted and we're this, we're that, we're aggressive, we're masculine, all of these things. I feel like this. Go and find love where you can get it. As a Black woman, go get love where you can get it. Now, you asked me about Black women. With Black men, I think it's a little bit different because a lot of the times we will see that Black men and Black men and white women or non-Black women will bond over hating Black women. And that's a lot of the reason they get together. If you don't believe me, this is an older example, but we've seen more recent examples of this. But go and look at James Earl Jones and his white wife. They've done interviews together, dragging Black women. And it's like, if y'all like each other and love each other, why y'all can't just love on each other? Why Black women got to be aggressive and ghetto and hood rats and all this other shit? Why y'all worried about us? Why y'all pressed about us? I just feel like when Black women date outside their race, it's because I'm trying to find love. It's not about, oh, these niggas is garbage. And it's not about that. We already know that Black men, a lot of the times they do prefer like these exotic types. There's like all of these issues of colorism. There's so many things, right? We're no stranger to the idea that Black men and white women kind of like bond on their hate towards Black women. So a lot of the times I feel like that is what their attraction is. With Black women, I feel like it's a little bit different. But like I was saying, long story short, go and get your love where you can get it. Because everybody acts like they hate us. So if you can, you know, get your love elsewhere, then do that. Don't sit around waiting for Black love, because I know I said some controversial things, but yeah, Black men have done it for years, ladies. It's time to try something new. Now, personally, I will say this. For myself, I believe I would have a hard time dating outside of my race, because I think culturally, I just want somebody who understands, you know, where I'm at. I don't want to have to explain to a person, to a white person, or non-Black, whatever's going on in the culture. Like, I just feel like that would be like, I feel like if you have the energy for that, great. But I have so many complicated feelings about dating, to be honest with you. I just, dating is very touch and go for me. I don't prioritize it. I think that's probably why, you know, I don't prioritize dating. I prioritize myself and my joy and my pleasure and my friends. And, you know, if somebody happens to come along and we get along, we have chemistry, then I'll see where it goes. Sickening. But I don't put as much energy as I used to. I used to put so much energy into dating and romance. And as soon as I changed it, as soon as I kind of like, you know, prioritized myself, things started to feel different. And things started to change for me in terms of dating as well. So yeah, let me see what else y'all are saying. White men love me, and that's all in my DMs, but I'm not attracted to them. You know, I get you, Monique. The thing is, there's only been like 1 or 2 white men that I'm like, ooh. And one of them is, I don't know if y'all have ever watched the show Sons of Anarchy. It's this actor named, what's his name? I forget his name, but he played a character named Jax Teller on Sons of Anarchy. Baby, that white man is fine. That's a piece. That is a piece. That's a sexy white man to me. I forget his name. Charlie Hunnam. Charlie Hunnam. That's his name. But yeah, I get you, Monique. No, and it's no shade. It's no shade. White men and white women aren't here for us in the grand scheme. And as a race, I'd rather date my own, be it another culture or a country. But I'm not erasing my lineage to end up with more Brins and Drakes. Hello? That's the thing for me. It's like, I was talking to my best friend about this the other day. She sent me a picture of Eartha Kitt's daughter. And I was like, who is this white woman? But anyway, she was just saying, it just seems as though her only relationship to Blackness is saying, oh, my mom is a legend. I understand that Eartha Kitt had a rough go at it with the Black men, and they weren't treating her correctly and things like that. And I understand the racism that, you know, she faced and the anti-Blackness that she faced around her own people. But when I think about folks like her, Quincy Jones, Diana Ross, the Jacksons, I'm like, y'all had to fight so hard and so long Fight all of this discrimination. Fight to be heard. Fight to get a platform and a stage against white people, and then to turn around and then wash out all the black in your family. That's crazy. And then because what you're doing, you have to turn your legacy over to white people now. Because notice this, right? A lot of biracial people marry white people. So the bloodline gets whitened out. So I just be like, have your fun. Have your fun. Children. Hey. You want to take me out and tell me I'm beautiful? I'm there. Absolutely. Let's go on a date. Charlie Hunnam. That's right. That's right. Raina said Charlie can get it all day, every day, any day that ends in a Y. Absolutely. That's a gorgeous white man. Yeah. Diana Ross, baby, go look up James Earl Jones's ugly ass son. His name is Flynn, and he looks like a Flynn. Rest in piss, James Earl Jones. Bonnie, you're preaching today. Thank you so much, babe. Thank you so much for joining me. Y'all, quietly, I'm about to get off of here because I need to find me something to eat, honey. I need to find something to eat. I might end up just ordering out because I know it's gonna be hell in the streets trying to get a good meal. I'm telling you, I'm craving a steak so bad. Like I want a good like ribeye. Maybe some mashed potatoes, like maybe some broccolini or something like that. Maybe some asparagus. Well, no, not asparagus, because asparagus be making your pee stink. And I don't like that. Nikki Giovanni shocked me. You know what? I'll say this about Nikki Giovanni. And you know, scholars, those types, right? Because something that I noticed, and somebody pointed this out, but something that I noticed is that when they are so infused in these academic spaces, I feel like that just makes it so easy for them to just, boom, have a white partner. Nikki Giovanni did shock me too, though. It did. But Nikki Giovanni was about that life. Like I'll let her rock on that one. I'll let her rock on it. But I do feel like a lot of black academics, a lot of black scholars end up with a white counterpart. It's really interesting. And excuse me, I think it's one of those issues of proximity. I was going to get off on a tangent. Y'all, about issues of proximity. Because y'all know Rihanna baby daddy is playing down in the courthouse on some GUN charges for black on black crime. And I remember his quote from 2015 talking about, oh, you know, I don't know nothing about that Mike Brown ish. I'm in these bitches' drawers. I'm in Soho. I'm getting jiggy. I'm at photo shoots. Oh, we supposed to care when cops kill black people. You know, all lives matter, not just black lives. We killing each other. You perpetuating the same stereotype that you wanted to speak against. Because white people, that's their favorite talking point whenever they want to defend cops powing niggas in the streets, right? Oh, but what about the black on black crime? What about the white on white crime, girl? What about that? And all these school pows that y'all are doing and movie theaters and wherever else? I said, girl, not the Bayesian billionaire is down to the courthouse with her 2 babies, child. I said, woo-wee! No, ma'am. No God. Shayna, what's up, babes? Hey, beautiful. Hey, y'all. Am I late? A little bit late, baby. Thank you so much for joining, though. I appreciate you. Now, this is what made me laugh. So have fun, clown. Exactly. I said, now she got to drag her babies down in court to garner sympathy for this clown ass nigga. And I'll never forget that he said that dark-skinned women don't look good in red lipstick. So after those comments, and you know what? It's just like, here's another thing that pissed me off about what ASAP Rocky said, because his whole thing was years later, you know, these comments were brought up and he was like, well, I just felt like, you know, I don't talk about that stuff. I'm not an activist. I don't talk about that in my raps. J. Cole, it was more appropriate for him to talk about that because he was on ground level with folks and, you know, he was in the streets and doing this and that. Cool, I got you. But you are so disrespectful and so nasty, right? It gave coon. It did. I don't care how rich you are, right? I was at a couple of protests and, you know, whatever. Fine. I know that's not everybody's thing, but I'm just talking about the sentiment. The overall sentiment of Black people at that time was like, yo, we not with that shit. Rest in peace. Like, you know what he could have said? He could have been like, listen, I'm not an activist. I don't know a whole lot about what's going on, but nobody deserves to have their life taken for whatever. These people I'm not going to get into it, but I'm just saying, y'all, he could have approached that with a lot more empathy. Not, I'm in Soho. I live in Beverly Hills. I don't know nothing about that. I'm in these bitches' drawers. That should be a bifada, though. That should be a bifada. Listen. You like it? I love it. Okay? Ain't got nothing else to say about it. Ain't got nothing else to say. He gonna find out about now. Child, I started wearing red lipstick just to spite his dumb ass. I had been wearing red lipstick since... When did I get in my red lipstick bag? College. I used to rock Ruby Woo topped with Russian red. I was like 18, 19-ish, like around that era. I used to love me a nasty piece of Ruby Woo on my mouth. Okay. Just a staple, a red lip staple. And I would top it with some of that Russian red. It was like a hyper red lip gloss. Stayed with a red glossy mouth. I think it's so gorgeous on Black women. I do think, though, play with tones, because some reds are more blue, some are more orange, some are more brown. But I think once you find your tone, sickening. Okay? Ruby Woo will always be that girl. Exactly. Listen, the divas who know. The girls who know. Let me see what y'all are saying about this clown. Yes, drag him, y'all. Every race has crime amongst themselves. Thank you. So you are officially a perpetuator of the same thing that you were trying to accuse other folks of. And now you on trial. Listen. You going to trial suggests to me that your story is airtight. You just know you ain't going to jail. Y'all, what if this man go to jail? Y'all? Y'all think she gonna bring them babies to the jailhouse, to the prison? That's crazy. Like, my best friend was saying this, like how she said that, you know, people do all of these things to kind of get away from a certain kind of lifestyle, a certain kind of, you know, where we come from. People do everything to get out of that, only to end right back up at that place. She also said something else. I don't know if this is true. Allegedly. Now, I don't know a whole lot about ASAP. Whenever ASAP niggas came out, I never got on that wave like that. I'm not a, yes, I'm from New York, but I'm not a Harlem girl. I'm from Brooklyn. Okay. So I never got on that wave like that. I knew a few ASAP Rocky songs or whatever. Cool. But she told me that at some point, that his mom was homeless or whatever like that, and he was running the streets and he was having a hard time. So it's just odd to me, that statement that you made in 2015, because your mom had a rough go at it. Like, you from around the way, so it's like, to be like, oh, I'm in Soho now, I'm in Beverly Hills, I'm in these bitches' drawers, I rap about lean. You sound like a Hardy R. You do. You sound like a Hardy. It's giving Hardy R. I can't say certain things on this channel because, baby, the way YouTube will demonetize me so fast. Y'all, they demonetize when I went live for Real Housewives of New York to talk about how bad Brent had me triggered. They demonetized that shit. Maybe the way I was in there cussing, honey. Oh, we're talking about Rihanna. Yeah, I haven't been a fan since I found out he's a colorist either, child. And he doesn't care about Black Lives Matter because he's a rich nigga from Soho. He's a loser for real. That's my thing. Who says that? Who says that? Like, what does it matter where you live? You live in Soho, you live in Beverly Hills. Okay, good for you, nigga. That means that because this is what tells you the type of mentality that these people have. Because now that you live in Soho and Beverly Hills, now you're so far removed from Black issues. Girl, who even knows or who even knew who you were to that extent? Like, I just don't feel like a whole lot of people outside of a certain generation would know who that man even is. A lot of people know you for being Rihanna's baby mother. So you just, I don't know. The coonery for me is crazy. Very dismissive and very disrespectful. Disgusting. Exactly. He did. He did. Love a good blue base red and an orangey red for summer. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I love to play in my cooler tones for the winter, and then we warm it up in the summer. Absolutely. Pat McGrath will never steer you wrong. Now, I wear Pat McGrath shadows for the most part. I use her. She has a palette called Mothership 5, and there are 2 browns in there that I use daily. It's a part of like my signature look now, but I'll start with the light brown and then I'll stack it with the darker brown, and it's just like my everyday look. The only thing that I don't like about Pat McGrath products is her lip glosses. I got one at like a holiday set. This was like some years ago. And the formula of it leaves like a white line around your lip. You guys ever experience that when like you wear lip gloss after a while and then it'll start to form that line on the inside of your lips? I don't like that. So I don't mess with her lip glosses, but her eyeshadows are fabulous. I got it as a Christmas gift and I really love it. Maybe she's changed her formulas. I don't know, but maybe her lipsticks are good as well. So let me know if it's her lipsticks that you're referring to. I heard her foundation is really fab too. Yes, because I love her, but our girl is a bird. She is. I love her too. Listen, a beautiful success story. Humble beginnings. Who doesn't love a story like that? But it's like, girl, I have a feeling he won't get any. Yeah, it's just like him going to trial means like you have to have your shit so airtight, like you're just so sure. Because I think the original plea deal was, what was it, y'all? Was it like 14 months, 16 months, something like that? Yeah, yeah, I could see it. My channel has been demonetized. What? Why has it been demonetized for 4 months? Is it still demonetized now? Did they reactivate you? Like, what? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, baby, let me tell you, the way that would devastate me. That would devastate me actually, because YouTube provides a coin for me in real life. Like, listen, I love my little AdSense checks. My little monthly checks that come on, what day they come? The 21st or whatever, 21st, 22nd. I'd be so happy when I get my little AdSense check, honey. Ooh, I gotta pray. I gotta pray over my channel, honey. I can't imagine. I'm so sorry, Shayna. I was so disappointed when I saw her with him. Like, he just has some dusty proclivities. He be looking kind of dusty to me too. All right, I'm not gonna go too much into that. I'm gonna take it back. Shout out to Dr. Heavenly. I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna take it back. Stilla has a good blue red called Beso. Okay. I used to use Stilla a lot actually. He's also been so arrogant to me and it's so off-putting. He really swears he's untouchable. Same. A very arrogant attitude, and it's just like, okay, sure. Okay, so the lipstick is on point. Okay, I'll definitely have to see about that then. 180 days, I think. See, 180 days? Where did I get all those months from? Where did I get that? Maybe I'm looking into somebody else's case. Oh, I'm still devastated. Said I reuse. Oh, said I reuse content, but won't tell me what content. Denied my appeal. I started a backup channel. Be careful. Wow. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. So you started your backup channel. Can you drop it in here and then so I can follow you? Or do you have it linked on your new page? I'll go and follow your backup channel. Y'all please follow Shayna McD. She is a really fabulous content creator. She does reviews as well. And she's just amazing. She really is. And she always shows so much love. So please please follow, Shayna McD on her new page. But y'all, okay, y'all. I didn't expect to be in here 2 hours. I always say that. I'd be like, I didn't expect to be in here running my mouth, y'all. And y'all just let me. But I need to figure out what I'm eating. I don't want to order from Uber Eats. I want to go outside. Hopefully somebody got some good deals. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I don't know, y'all. Maybe some Spanish food. There's this El Salvadorian restaurant that I really like. They make good food. So I might get me like I might get me some fajitas. Or I might get me some fish tacos. And some fried yuca. Be careful in the Valentine's Day crowd. You know what? I might just stay in. So I just got cute for y'all basically, which is fine. Like, y'all know I'm gonna do that anyway, because that's just how I am. LOL, we enjoy you running your mouth, girl. Time is always had. Thank you so much, babe. I really appreciate you. All right, y'all. I'm jump out of here. I appreciate y'all for being with me. But I feel like I might come on again this weekend and have a little chit chat, you know, if something goes down. What else is going on, y'all? I tried to watch Harlem. I couldn't get through the second episode because, listen to me, Camille was getting on my nerves. She was working my nerves. Camille, her character isn't me. Okay, for those of y'all who watch or have watched Harlem, I just feel like this season, the tone is different. The tone of it feels different, right? Angie, right? She's the darkest one in the group. She's a little bit thick. I think that's her name. I think that's her character's name. Angie. She just got with this dude. She got engaged to this man, right? With the, his hair is like, he's got that Gumby kind of, it's like pointed to the side. But anyway, this man proposed to her, I guess, and they're going through the motions, but his attitude, his demeanor, his disposition this season, he seems mean. I'm like, this is not the man that Angie fell for. I look like my grandmother just now. I don't think that this is the man that Angie fell for. Like, is it written into his character that he switched up, that he's changing? I guess I got to finish the season to find out. But I'm like, oh my, y'all, Camille is exhausting me. That first episode with her and Tyler going back and forth. By the way, y'all, did y'all see Tyler Ripley's ass? I said, this man got a big old fat ass. God damn. Like, that nigga's ass is so big. I'm like, where you going with all this ass? In the first episode, I was like, whoa. Looking like 2 scoops of butter pecan. Anyway. Thank you, y'all. Camille Megan was over. Thank you. It's too much. Nothing makes sense. It doesn't make sense. She sent this guy a clip pic and he responded to a thumbs up, and then she decided to show up at his house. Girl, what? Nobody does that. Nobody randomly sends clip pics. I've had sex before or whatever. He knows what your clit looks like, but like, are we just sending clit pics willy-nilly? Mind you, it had been months since they had last dealt with each other. Like, I could see if y'all were just with each other that day and then later on that day you send him. Okay, I could entertain that, but girl. Nilo, what are you laughing at? What did I say? It's only 6 episodes. It's 6 episodes? Girl, Monique said, go outside, girl, let the world see you. I know that's right. I just might actually. There is a good restaurant that's right by my house, baby. When I tell you that shit be jumping like the club. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a seat, but I feel like they have good turnaround. Like, people are in and out. So I might have like a little 20-minute wait, which I don't mind. Yeah, I want like some steak. I want some crab cakes. I want something good. And I think I want a cocktail. No, I don't think I want a cocktail. I've been trying to stay off liquor. Yeah, Paz, go back and watch episode 1. I said, why is this man's ass so big? Aaron, the Mufasa guy, has nothing on Tyler, in my opinion. I would also choose Tyler over Aaron, personally, if I had to choose. But Tyler doesn't make me go, ooh. Aaron doesn't make me go, ooh. But I would choose Tyler between the two for sure. As far as light-skinned guy, I don't really go up for light-skinned men like that. One light-skinned man that I actually think is really cute. Do y'all know the dude who played Molly's love interest on Insecure? He was supposed to be bisexual. His name is Langston Kerman. I think he's so cute. I think that's a cute light-skinned man. Outside of, you know who else is cute to me? Kim Porter and Al B. Shore's son, Quincy. Cute. Adorable. Oh my God. So cute. What a cutie. In this economy, I know, right? Let me tell you something. I'm so big on treat myself. Like, if I have a taste for something, I'm gonna get the surf and turf. Like, I will trick off on myself. Like, if it's a good meal and a good cocktail. One thing that I would do, like when I was actively like drinking, sometimes I would get like a nip. So I would get like a couple of little bottles of Tito's and take it to the restaurant with me. Cause it's like, girl, ain't nobody paying $18 for a cocktail. And then, you know, you want to have a couple. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, I'm going to order my juice. Bring me like, you know, a little cranberry, pineapple, whatever it is. And I'm going to doctor up my own shit. Can you sit at the bar? Yeah. So the last time I went to that restaurant, I was trying to sit at the bar and, you know, it was no space, but I ended up getting like a really good table. So it worked out. Daniel was my favorite on Insecure, but of course he's chocolate. I didn't really see it for Daniel. My mom thought he was fine too, and I was like, Mom, I don't like. He's not an ugly guy by any means, but I wasn't into him. I got a young African, 29 skin, skin like Boba. I know that's right. Yes, ma'am, Monique. Enjoy, honey. That's actually really smart. Wait, what was I saying? Where are you going with all that ass? Please go look at it. Please, like, and the next time we speak, I need y'all to tell me, like, am I imagining things? Am I seeing things? That man's ass is just outrageous. Outrageous. Yes. Listen, Daniel's body was sickening. Sickening. All right, y'all. I done talked y'all ear off enough. I love y'all. I hope y'all have, today's Friday. Go have a good weekend. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Galentine's Day to everybody. I love y'all. Be safe this weekend. And I'll probably jump on here if, you know, anything else is going down, and, you know, we'll have our update. If not, I'll just see y'all on Monday for Potomac. You know, it's going to be a busy Sunday with Potomac and Married to Medicine coming back to us, but I'm ready. I'm ready to get back into my rotation, honey. All right. I love y'all. Have a good one. Be safe. Peace. Thank y'all for joining.